Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on when you're listening. This is the Weekly Football Manager Show, and this is episode 52. That's right, we have reached 1 year of recording the Weekly Football Manager Show. Now, when this first started, we actually started in 2014, and I think it's only fitting we actually give a mention to Ryan Brown, who me and him did the first ever recording where we attempted to do a Football Manager podcast, and things kind of stopped and tried to start again, stopped and start again. And then me and Ryan Higginson, hello Ryan.
Hello.
We both started again 52 episodes ago, so we now have a whole year's worth of episodes on the Weekly Football Manager Show, and I thought it was only fitting to get a man on this evening. Is he a man or is he a legend, Ryan? I don't know what we're going to call him.
Both.
Let's not say legend, he'll get excited. But he was one of, if not the first guest on the Weekly Football Manager Show. He is the man behind the Football Manager Whiz Kids. Good evening, James.
Oh, you're talking to me there. Oh, thank you very much.
What? Sorry, I meant Colin. Good evening.
Colin. The word legend got mentioned and I got carried away. Pleasure to be on as always.
Yeah, it's great to have you on, James. As I said, when we're doing the episode 52, we had to go back to the roots, didn't we? Get the man from the beginning on.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think it's only fitting we talk some Football Manager. It's why we're here. So I'm going to go to you first, Colin.
Okay.
How's it going? I think... Do you know what? I think I'm going to ask you to give a spoiler. Not too much. But you've just got a new computer. And is there something going to be changing soon on your series?
So lots in the works coming out at Truro City. So I did over Christmas, so I pre-recorded a whole bunch of episodes because I managed to get sick and I had nothing better to do. So I pre-recorded a bunch of episodes. I have since made some massive upgrades to my computer. The game's running flawlessly and wonderfully now. So in combination with that, we're going to do a little bit of a format change to my videos starting next week, and kind of try a little almost match of the day style format. So rather than kind of do a quick review and a lengthy live comm, I'm going to kind of cut the live comms out and go through matches and highlights and do a little more tactical analysis to see what's going on in games and give you a little more insight into the club and let you see what's going on more from more of the games as opposed to just sort of one on that. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be breaking out some more 3D, use of the 3D match engine, as well as trying to get used to some work with some of the new Adobe products. So I got the Adobe After Effects and things like that, so I can put together a real high quality analysis package to make some great episodes. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's exciting times. I love the fact we've obviously discussed this before the show for the last few days, and I'm excited about the fact that you're going down a different route to myself, which makes the channel going to be so more appealing to people. The fact you're cutting the live com, it's something. I mean, most of us, 99% of us, do the live com in the episodes. So I think the fact that you want to do a match of the day style show where games are recapped, games are discussed, games are analysed, I think it's fantastic. And I think it opens you up to some really unique ways of doing it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I'm really thrilled about it. And we've been kind of talking for a while offline, and I've been kind of trying to bat around in my head how to do something a little different because, I guess I didn't feel like I was particularly adding anything unique to it. So I don't want to be stale. I want to do something that's enjoyable for me. And since I'm I'm deeply into the tactical side of the game, I think this gives me an opportunity as I'm playing through the save, which I'm really having a fantastic time playing, although in the last couple episodes it's been a little rough, but I really am enjoying the save, so it gives me an opportunity to explore more of the game that I really enjoy and then kind of put a better product to YouTube, for everyone to see.
It's something to look forward to, and people who do wonder, what YouTube channel is this? It's our own channel. youtube.com/c/Football Manager Central. You will find us. Or search FM Central, search Football Manager Central. Also, this is getting recorded on the 6th of the 1st. And tomorrow, which is Thursday, is the first episode that I'm releasing with a new format. So hopefully people enjoy that. It's not a massive change. It still has a live comment in it. Basically, it is including a highlights package and utilising the fact that I've got some footage which only I have from FC United Manchester games and some sounds from the game. So I have the crowd singing at the first ever game at Broadhurst Park, for example. So that's included in my videos now during the highlights package. So hopefully people enjoy that, and it adds a couple of minutes onto the video, but don't worry, James, you'll still enjoy it.
I'm sure I will.
But we're going to switch channels now. We're going to switch to the Football Manager WizKids while we're on the YouTube discussion. James, you've been busy revisiting an old save, and you have rekindled your love for it.
I have indeed. If anybody's been following the channel in the last year, they'll see that I had a save with Red Bull Leipzig last year as well, and it was the save I started this year on the beta version. And about 7 weeks ago, I stopped it just to try something new once the full release had come out, and I went Blythe Spartans Rags to Riches save, which is still ongoing and in the works, but I'm now currently in my Red Bull save, so I'm sort of switching between the two. And honestly, the last 3 episodes on YouTube have been tense, nail-biting, brilliant, and probably 3 or 4 of the best episodes out of the, I don't know, near 220 videos or something I've done on YouTube. They've been really exciting to record, and what you've seen in those episodes was me genuinely trying my hardest and giving you my full emotions in the videos.
Heart on the sleeve, I find, when I watch you record, especially on your great episode. That's brilliant. Anyone who knows the title of James's episode will be laughing at that.
Classic.
Anybody else will think, what?
Simply great. Classic Football Manager tagline there. I thought I would throw it out into an episode as the title of the episode.
It's fantastic. I mean, the only thing I would say is it's a couple episodes ago now, so I'm going to kind of spoil it a little bit. But the only disappointing thing, James, was you were 8-0 up quite with a few minutes to spare, so I'm kind of let down that you didn't get 9.
Yeah, I was actually hoping for the 10. I thought I had time to do it, but it was just a crazy whirlwind. As you know, live comms can go either way, and I've not had the best of luck with them. I think last year I lost 3 playoff finals on FM15 as live comms, so I've not got the best record, and this was a live comm against St. Pauli away, and it was a big match. I expected to go away to St. Pauli and get some sort of result, but to win 8-0 and one of my players who not long come back from 9 months out getting 5 goals and we won 8-0 was incredible. It was just by potluck and by chance, and it's my biggest victory on FM16 so far.
Are you ready for me to show my knowledge of your series? It was Poulsen who got the 5 goals.
It was indeed.
The reactions, I mean, Colin, if you haven't checked it out, I know you were a big fan of watching YouTube stuff. As James gets number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, I think he had to phone an ambulance. The excitement built. Is the 5th one in? Oh my god, it's 5. The 6th one anyway. What's going on? It's just fantastic to watch. It really is. But before I move on, I just want to quickly give a mention to someone who I just stumbled across tonight. That FM region put me in the direction of the worst football manager ever. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's only a small channel. I think he's got about 93 subs now.
I'm aware of the Twitter account. I didn't realise they were on YouTube as well, which is kind of it's a weird thing that a lot of these small Twitter accounts, sometimes you don't actually know they've got YouTube, and they're just kind of looking for that break. And I'm not saying your account or my account is big, but with a couple of thousand followers plus, you never know. It could help people out, and everybody starts somewhere.
I'm not joking. I watched his video today. It was the first time I've seen it because that FM region tweeted this morning saying he watched the video of worst football manager ever and really enjoyed it and loved his reactions. And I thought, I'm going to check that out. And it fantastic, honestly. I think I would say he's in his late 20s. He's just like all of us, loves playing Football Manager. And entertainment at its best. I mean, the episode I saw, he started by singing the national anthem. I mean, I'd recommend he doesn't do that again because he sounds as tone deaf as me. But I dropped him a sub. I really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to be going back and watching more. So I recommend to check it out, James, after the.
I will indeed. You'll have to send me that link over, and I like to check out a lot of Football Manager content too.
I will. As you say, I mean, he deserves more subs. Genuinely, it was a high quality stream episode as well. It wasn't any like blurred or anything. It was good quality. But I want to drop off YouTube and I want to bring in Mr. Ryan, the fourth member of the podcast this evening. Ryan, your website save. It's going well. I mean, you're starting to experiment tactically, which always means it's going well. You're signing some fantastic talent. How you finding it?
Yeah, it's progressed nicely. Still at Grasshoppers in Switzerland. Gone through the group stage of the Champions League, thinking that I was going to get battered when you join in the group with Liverpool, Roma, and the mighty giants of FC Bayern. But luckily to plough on through and finish second in the group, undefeated. A lot of draws though. I just parked a tank behind everybody and countered behind the space.
Look at Ryan learning how to tell people what's going on. Normally we'll go check the website, I'm not telling you.
I thought I'd be different today and not hold everything back. Because I am going to be writing a post about how I approach the Champions League. So a lot of people tend to change their tactics when they go up against bigger teams and then it doesn't work. Why not go with the way you just do it and change a few things so you can defend and then counter, just like I did.
Something I would be interested in is knowing how you set up tactically when you move to different countries, because I'm somebody that tends to, when I start up a save, I tend to want to spend 10 seasons, 20 seasons at one club. And I obviously, part of your save and what you do is moving around clubs. I would be interested in seeing how you set up tactically in different nations, different leagues, different competitions, and different quality players you have in your team and you play against.
I don't. I'm quite stubborn. I have a few tactics.
I was expecting a big long answer.
I'm quite stubborn with tactics. I will have my set tactics I will have, and I will find players that will suit them. If I don't,
I'll do the post for you, Jim.
If the clubs don't have them, then I'll just kick them out. Goodbye. I'll find other players.
Well, I mean, at least you're honest. I mean, you've been on the international scene as well, Ryan, in the previous parts. There's a couple of parts on the website to check out. Just search Traversing the Football Manager Universe. You've been in a few international jobs, the under-21s. You had some success there. Do you want to just talk the listeners through what you did internationally?
Yeah, started off in Australia with the under-19s. That didn't go too well. I don't think I won a game there. I think I got so far and thought, nah, it's not for me. I'm not winning anything. Australia under-19s obviously aren't that good.
I blame the players.
Yeah, they won. So I left, and then I took a few years out of international football and eventually somehow got the England under-21s job just before they were going to the Euros, and come bottom of the group in that. Thought, it might be my time to leave international football to the side for a very long time. But now I thought, I'll carry on, because a lot of players just left because they got too old and couldn't play for the under-21s. Built my own team up, went to the next European under-21s championship and fought a good battle. I'm not going to give that one away. Everyone can go check that out on the website of how I did there.
Oh, I knew we'd start putting the walls up.
Can't give everything away.
He finished third. But yeah, I mean, people will remember in FM15 Ryan did the save which lasted the whole length of Football Manager, basically. The journey to United, which ended up at United. That's coincidental. But this one, Ryan was actually talking the other day, saying I don't really know how I'm going to end it. So I think did you set on the instruction I gave you? Who took screenshot? Did you set of the instruction I gave you of winning the Champions League in all 5 continents?
It's what I'm going to try and do. I very much doubt I'm going to win it at Grasshoppers, even though I'm still in it. I posted on the group earlier who I've got in the next round. Got Real Madrid.
I think this one's going to end quickly.
Yeah,
I think
most successful team in Champions League history, and I get them.
I think I would like to see
and Ryan,
as well as the Champions League in all continents. I'd like to see you win the international competition in all continents as well, just to keep you busy. It's only in January.
It's what I want. It's what annoyed me, because I know we said earlier about my international. I'm now at Sweden. So I'm still in the European internationals, and then not long after Uruguay came up, I was like, I've just taken the Sweden job.
Nah, Uruguay aren't that good.
Yeah, but it's a different continent.
That's true. But sorry, go on, Colin. Were you going to speak?
Nope.
No? Brilliant. Yep. Seamless. But we're gonna drop. We're now gonna drop onto Facebook a second, just mainly because James is a guest this evening. So James, I just want to ask, how's the page going? The Football Manager WizKids #plug.
It's going quite well. Things are hopefully just about to start picking up again, and I'm over the last couple of weeks, which is no real fault of anyone's. It's been the festive period. Everyone's taking a break. I think people in general have taken a break, and things have been a little bit quiet. Other than myself, of course, posting videos every day.
Oh, just you, was it?
Just me. What have you been up to on Facebook?
No. Well, Football Manager Central doesn't take a break. Sorry, James. Actually, James, since you were last on, you've got a new admin. MS, he comes up as when he posts on the group. We can reveal the first name as Matty.
Yep.
How's he settling in?
Settling in well, and it's good to have a fan that isn't a fan of Liverpool or Manchester United on the page for a change. So he's quite good, and of course you guys may know him from probably our next subject, which is the Football Manager Central Online League.
Oh, that was seamless, James. Do you want a job?
On fire.
Oh, that was impressive. Colin's just loving the seamlessness.
Hey, when you're hot, you're hot.
Exactly. Are we talking looks or seamlessness?
Seamlessness.
Totally.
No one's ever accused you of looks.
I was thinking James.
Brought my A game tonight.
Ryan, we're coming back to you. So get your voice back on. The online league, which I now take part in. That's right, people. The first video I enjoyed doing because I said, hey, I finally turned up and taken part in our own online league. I actually took part in it before, people won't know, but I had to step down due to family reasons. I just didn't have the time to play, and it wouldn't have been fair on other people to kind of squeeze into a small space when I had time to play each week. But I'm now playing as Schalke, so I took the job last week. Yeah, last week. I went out of the cup, which was nice. Didn't want to win anyway.
Literally came on and saying, you've given me the shittest team in the world.
Well, pretty much how I think my first reaction was. But don't worry, my reaction on the videos, if you go on our YouTube channel, I'm recording all my games in the online league. It's one game each week, unless there is a cup game. So I've played 2 league games. I won't give it away, but I got 4 points. Well, you have to find out which was against who. And basically, my method is defend. Maybe once a game we'll cross that halfway line, see what happens.
Don't lie. You're scared to death of that halfway line.
Honestly, I lined up this week. I played Real Madrid, and I lined up and I picked my team, and so I add in all my defence, the all shit. Add in all my midfield, it gets worse, and then you have Franco Di Santo up front, and you just think, oh my days, it can't get worse. And then the opposition screen comes up, and he has Isco, he has Rakitic, Busquets, Pepe, Ramos, James Rodriguez on the wing, and I just looked and went, yeah, change, defend, highly structured, waste time.
So you're breaking out the little utilized 9010 strikerless tactic.
Well, no, I actually took in, which you can find on footballmanagercentral.com, the solid base. I literally put the solid base out, but just altered it to be a slightly bit more defensive. And
look, putting 9 guys on the goal line and saying just get in front of the ball isn't making it more solid defensively.
I think what we're going to say, Colin, is I forced him to shoot from strange angles because I didn't give anything else, any other options. So he had a lot of shots, but they weren't threatening shots.
You had to take a number because the fire marshal needed a guy to get out of the box to let a new guy into the box.
Exactly. But I've played 2 league games. When I took over, they'd played 3, and they had 0 points. The club now has 4 points. So what I would say is after 2 league games, 4 points, poor team, it's not going too bad. But also, before Ryan does a full update on the league, what I will say is, James, you also take part in the league.
That's about all I do is just take part. You've seen my barren run as the Boca Juniors manager.
James, you are literally about to promote people to go and check out your videos.
Okay, so things are going quite well at Boca. If you want to head over... If you want to head over to my YouTube channel, The Football Manager Whiz Kids, and click on the playlist that is the Football Manager Central Online League. I play in the Red Division. All my matches have been recorded, all 5 league matches, I think, and the cup match. So head over there and check out my tactical thinkings with Boca Juniors.
Quality. Right, Mr. Ryan. How was last week's fixtures, and how are the league tables on the website looking? Brilliant. Get my words out.
Yeah. So last week we started week 4, so week 5 is currently ongoing. Not going to give all that away. So Barcelona win the green divisions. Barcelona played Benfica, and that was a 3-2. Very close game. Timmy coming out on top with his interesting tactic that he uses. PSG played Roma in a very interesting game. 1-0 to PSG. The match was sim though, unfortunately. But we can't do anything about that. Bayern Munich played Schalke, and Schalke won that game. So Bayern got toppled over by Paul.
Oh, well, I just gave away the results then.
Yeah. Juventus played Tottenham, and Juventus won that 2-0. And Real Madrid played Valencia. That was 2-1. That match was also simmed, and then the Real Madrid manager resigned. So the tables so far, Tottenham are top, Barcelona is second, Bayern are third, Valencia are fourth, Real Madrid are currently fifth, PSG are sixth, Benfica and Juventus are seventh and eighth, Schalke are in ninth, but they're on a very good run because seventh, eighth and ninth have all got 4 points. Or you could all jump up to fifth and sixth if you get good runs and results go elsewhere for you.
I'm heading for first.
You could try. AS Roma are having a miserable start to the season, bottom of the league and still on minus points. That's the green division. On to the division that I'm actually in. I'm also in the online league as well. Nobody's cared to mention that.
Oh, we don't talk about good managers.
Yeah, totally.
Okay then. Okay, hang on 1 second. So Ryan, who are you managing?
I am managing Dortmont at the moment. Really good club. Nice things to take over. Nice club to take over. Good players. I'm doing okay.
You're selling it as good as James.
So in the 4th week I played Man United and I drew 2-2. Man City played Boca and that ended 3-1. Man City, a really good side. They really annoy me. Atletico played Liverpool. Atletico smashed Liverpool 5-2. Chelsea played Napoli. And Napoli won that 2-1. Jay will be happy. He's defeated and goes on and on and on.
Wait for him to lose.
Never gets off his high horse that he's undefeated. And then Arsenal and AS Monaco played, and Arsenal won that 3-1. And the league table, Napoli's top of the league, so Jay is never ending talking about that. Dortmund, my team, are in second, but we are both on 10 points, so I'm waiting to play Jay to knock him off his horse. Man City and Arsenal are in third and fourth. Man City got 9 points, Arsenal got 6. Man United are in 5th and Atletico Madrid in 6th. Chelsea, Liverpool and Boca are sitting 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Boca need to start picking up some results, but I'm sure you'll get there, James. We have every faith in you that you can beat somebody.
One day.
James,
One day.
I'm gonna convince you to just throw 5 and 5 in there and at least get a point.
He's got a point.
I do have 1 point.
Oh, do you have a point? Oh,
He's
then get
got a
another
point.
one.
He's on 1 point. So he needs to beat somebody and hope that Monaco lose to.
Did you just say Napoli were top of the league?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please beat
Well,
James.
that was my point, so there's hope for me yet.
Yeah, there you go.
I think fair
Who's managing
play.
that, Jay?
No.
No.
I mean, fair play to Jay since he has come in. He's done wonders with Napoli, but we are hoping it slips. What I will say is the online league has a transfer window in a few weeks. Is it next week or the week after, Ryan? Or
Could be
more
next
than
week.
that? Halfway through the season, there's a transfer window. It's going to be interesting. On the YouTube channels, I'm actually going to speak with James about a way for us to do the transfer window on YouTube. I have no idea how at the minute. Probably some sort of Sky Sports News kind of updates, but all in a video or something. I honestly, if you have any ideas, let me know. Me and James will appreciate it.
Yeah, I will put it out there that we have got at the moment. I added to it today. We've got currently 38 people on the waiting list for the online league.
Yes,
So we
and
are-
if people are listening to this who are on the waiting list, we are continuously looking at ways to improve the league, and the structure, the amount of teams in it, everything is constantly being discussed by Ryan, Ben, Jay and Sam, with me kind of hovering, throwing in my opinions now and again. So hopefully something changes, but people obviously, the reaction is always nice from people who are waiting. They understand the effort that goes in, so everything needs to be organised correctly before any ideas are put forward.
Yeah, we'll eventually should be able to get more teams in, but we want to walk before we can actually run.
Yeah, exactly. But head over to www.footballmanagercentral.com, and on the slider you will see the green division table, the red division table. Then on the next 3 sliders you will see the fixtures. Go and pick a side. Go and support Boca. Tweet James at the Football Manager, at the FM WizKids on Twitter. Go on Facebook. Tweet us at FM_Central. Support a team. Maybe support Schalke if you're desperate. Support Boca. Support Dortmund. Support anybody. Get involved. It's fun. As James says, he records his videos, so following Boca, I record mine following Schalke. It's maybe a bit more visually pleasing because you can actually see the games. If you check out James's videos, leave a comment if you think he should change something tactically. Same with myself. Comment. Let us know what you don't like watching in our videos if you want to see us doing something different. We're always happy to facilitate our viewers. How's that for a big word, Ryan?
It's a good word for you.
Thanks. But we're going to move on to some Football Manager talk in internal gameplay. Is that correct, Colin?
Sure.
Yep, Colin's woke up. We're going to talk tactical discussion, Colin.
Okay.
Now, basically, this is going to come off a post I released on the website. I won't say the address again, otherwise people will be sleeping thinking about www.footballmanagercentral.com.
That's what we want, though.
Plug. Poor James. He'll wake up messaging me. I can't stop going on the website. So I released a post where I'm talking about your second tactic, and that's going to be the discussion tonight. I want to know what you guys do for a second tactic, and I want to know because I want to edit and develop my post. And the idea behind that is the second opinion on the post. So it'll have a second opinion drop down bit which I will edit next week. So in terms of me, I showed that I have my 5 and 5. 4 defenders, defence midfielder, 4 midfielders, then a striker. The edited second tactic, one of the central midfielders pushes up and one of the wingers pushes up, forming a weird looking tactic, but it works.
The Pablo Picasso of tactics.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly different goo.gl in terms of it's the left of the two central midfielders moves up, so he's not in the centre of the attacking midfield position, and only the right winger pushes up. But as I explained to somebody, the left winger doesn't push up because he's not naturally a left winger. So I just want him to hold back, do the basics, while we utilise and exploit the right flank where I have a natural winger. So it's kind of exactly the same tactic, just starting positions have changed, and that's my point. I like to keep it simple, keep the second tactic pretty much the same, just a few role changes. So we'll go to you first, Colin. In terms of your second tactic, I know you're favouring a 4-4-2 to start, so what's your second plans?
So my second one, which will debut a little bit in the future, is a 4-2-3-1. So I'm trying to change a little bit stylistically as to what's going on. So I've been playing the 4-4-2 since we started in the South, and now even the guys doing the press conferences, harass me over my incredibly patient, possession-oriented 4-4-2 style. So what I'm trying to do is change over some players and look for an opportunity to kind of open things up and play a little bit more of a free-flowing attacking style game. So to do that, what I've tried to do is morph the two strikers and drop one back into more of the an advanced playmaker type role. Push the wings up so that we have a more call it a more dominant presence in the final third. And then I'm still working out exactly how I want the back four to play. I think defensive solidity isn't quite where I want it to be. I don't have the caliber of player I really need to pull it off. So eventually I'd like to get to a point where I move to inside forwards and then bring wing backs that are more aggressive and push up to really create a dominant attacking presence that we can use kind of at home. But for now I have a very solid sort of back four, so it doesn't press up, and I'm relying on the front sort of six to create the support and the real presence in the attacking third right now.
Fantastic. We'll move to Ryan first. We'll leave you to last, James. Congratulations. Ryan, in terms of yourself, your first tactic and your second tactic, which should be interesting considering the weird stuff you've been posting on the group.
Yeah. The one I posted today, I'm not going to talk about it too much because that was a creation of today. So that can be another discussion at another time. So I go the same as Colin, but in a very different way. I like asymmetrical formations with a 4-2-3-1 where I have one, it was a 4-2-3-1 where I have four flat defenders, one defensive mid that sits behind either the right or the left centre back, and then I have a centre mid on defensive duty, and I have attacking midfielders right and left, and an attacking midfielder which either is an attacking midfielder or the advanced playmaker, and then I have a complete forward at top. That's if I'm playing okay-ish opposition and I know that I can go out there, control the game and win very easily. If I want to contain the game and just snatch a win, so I'm grasshoppers at the moment, if I play someone like Basel or Young Boys, I will drop the centre mid right down into a defensive mid, so I just have flat back four, two defensive mids, a gap, no centre midfielders, and then the attacking midfielders, apart from the one in the centre, so the attacking mid drops to support duty, so he's dropping back into that centre midfield position, so we don't just have a massive hole in the middle of the pitch, and then usual right and left attacking midfielders and the complete midfield at the top. It's just change of counter or control depending on who I'm playing. Couple of changes in the instructions and you're good to go. There's not many changes that I make apart from the one that came out today where I resurrected from FM15 with a few changes. That's very Picasso-like, as Colin said earlier.
Fantastic. We are learning how you guys set up. So James, we're going to yourself. Now I know I see a lot you like the 4-2-2-2. But you also try a few other tactics, so it'll be interesting to see what you like to do for if you had to do a start and backup style tactic choices.
Well, it really depends on the level you're playing at. Now, tonight's episode of Red Bull went live, and if you watched it, you'll see that I got promotion. So the tactic I'm lining up with since promotion into the above league is totally different. I don't often play one up front, and the reason for that is because I like to score goals, and as you just said, I like to play my 4-2-2-2 in the league below, and it got me a lot of goals. And right now in the Bundesliga, I'm playing one up front because I feel like I'm a bit exposed. I feel like maybe I've not got enough quality, but really for myself, it depends on who you're playing. It depends on the advice from your assistant manager. It depends at the level you're playing. If you've got the team that is actually good enough to play at that level and really based around your players, I don't set up any specific way every save and every time I play. It really comes down to opposition.
Yeah, Ryan. Good answer, James. I actually prefer that answer to Ryan's excitement. Sorry, Ryan. So we're going to end on a couple of stories. Ask people just to send in their funniest moments in FM. Colin's going to tell us live on air. So a couple of people messaged in. I've picked through the ones I wanted to mention. So the first one was from Matthew Lawson on the Facebook group. People gave permission by commenting that I could say the names. He said he once went to visit his family, took his laptop down, and he was playing in the FA Cup final with Coventry. He jumped up to celebrate and ended up booting his cat across the room. I kind of hope he made that up, otherwise we've got some serious animal cruelty going on here. James, have you ever booted a cat across the room celebrating?
Not yet, but the way things are going at Red Bull, you never know, my cat might be in the pipeline.
In some sort of pipe. Then you've got Dom Law. He was in a psychology lesson and they were told to take the laptops for note taking. Safe to say that his Manchester United team were up and running, so always nice to play some Football Manager when you can get time. And we did get an interesting tweet which I'm trying to find. Colin, do you want to just say what yours was?
Sure. So I think I know a few people have had. I think Guido even posted today in the Facebook that he had one of these. So I've had it a couple of times so far. You have that, you're playing well, and you're driving in, and you feel a goal coming, and all of a sudden you get the ball snatched away. They're on the counter, you're caught out badly, and your keeper comes up huge, and you get so excited, and as you're getting, your excitement's building that you just staved off a huge counter where you got caught out badly, he decides to boot the ball upfield and put it in play, only to smash it off the face of the center back into the net. and I've on more than one occasion been accused of losing my mind or wondering if I've been hurt or what happened, as I'm ranting and raving at my idiot goalkeeper and trying to figure out how long the center back's going to be out from the concussion he just got. That's
an in-game funny moment which you saw, which leads on to the tweet which I found. It's from at Helt T, HELDT, and then a capital T. His first name is Matthew. He says his Italian #1 goalkeeper catching a cross on the 6-yard line and slowly walking backwards into his own goal. He said, "It's a good job I won 5-1. Definitely a good job. I think, do you know what, I was trying to think, and I don't know, James, you can rack your brain, you as well, Ryan. I was trying to think of a funny FM moment. I've had a few. I mean, playing for so long. I mean, I'm 29 next month, so luckily this doesn't happen anymore as much. But I remember I was maybe 14, sat in my bedroom. I had a massive desk. I convinced my parents to convert my whole bedroom into just a giant desk for FM. So I'm sat playing. Well, Championship Manager at the time. I remember it was Juventus. I was on course to win FA Trophy that season, and we went out of a cup. And you know when you get them frustrating moments where you go out and you just want to shake your hands in anger. And I remember slamming my hands onto the desk, just thinking, no, we've gone out, and everything collapsed around me. And it broke my computer, and I couldn't play football or Championship Manager at the time for 2 weeks till it got repaired. And now I look back and it was a funny moment, but genuinely them 2 weeks, worst 2 weeks of my life. What about yourself, Ryan?
I don't know, I'm trying to think.
Brilliant.
I've had a few times where the match engine's been quite funny on me, where you see physios running on the pitch for no apparent reason in the middle of the pitch.
Hey, Jose maybe sent them.
I don't know. I'll have to have a look out as I carry on with my save.
Brilliant. Go on, James. Don't let us down. You were ending the year episode 52. First episode 2016 as well, which we didn't even mention.
Alright, it's more of an in-game one, and it was on Football Manager 2012, and people actually didn't believe that it happened, and believe me, it did, because it was involving two teams that were neither my team. One of them wasn't in the division. So Portsmouth were looking to sign a player. The player was Liam Lawrence from Stoke. Stoke were in the Premier League, as was I in my Newcastle stave, and Portsmouth, I think, were in Championship or League One or something. Well, anyway, a transfer popped up just randomly on the screen saying Stoke City have accepted a bid of £1 from Portsmouth. And honestly, in all my life, I was like, why is this not just a free transfer? Why? There's actually a pound sign and a 1. And people, when I posted it, they thought I'd done something, and I just couldn't convince them that these teams are nothing to do with me, nothing to do with what I'm doing, and there's a transfer going through of one player from one team to another for a solid £1. And I wonder if it probably costs more to do the bank transaction of that £1.
That's insane. And do you know what, right? We said funny Football Manager moments, James, yeah? You didn't, Colin didn't, and Ryan didn't, and I didn't think of probably the funniest moment we've all witnessed. We all witnessed it together.
Oh, yeah.
It was on a live stream for
Oh, yes.
Colin's charity event, and that was when I got demoted to an assistant manager. And I think the best thing about that was the fact it happened on a live stream, so nobody could question it. We were live streaming, raising money for Colin, who was doing a fantastic event for, is it MS Bike?
Yes.
Yes. And yeah, randomly, I was doing quite well with Hartlepool, sitting mid-table, and randomly I couldn't alter the tactics or anything, and we thought it was a bit strange. So I went on a couple of screens. I couldn't move players. I couldn't do anything. Went onto the staff screen to find I was now the assistant manager. And a few days later, Michael Dawson became the manager, and I was still the assistant manager. And I think that's a good way to end the show. But yeah, thanks for the update on the Online League, Ryan.
That's okay.
Colin, as always, sir.
Always glad to be here.
And James.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much for coming back, sir. Appreciate that.
No problem.
And yeah, we will play you guys out, as always, with some beautiful music by the one and only George Woods. First time I plugged his name.